Barbados, get up.
Good morning, Barbados, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, 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 morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, morning, Barbados, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, morning, Barbados, good morning.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Morning to you.
Good morning. It is Friday, reaching the end of another week in October with you, the second week for me. And yeah, I've been holding on for Pearson for 2 weeks. All good things must come to an end, or at least a pause, but then we always move forward. I'm Shane Seeley. Always a pleasure to be in your early morning company. It has been a great 2 weeks spending these early mornings with you. Hardest part about it has been waking up, but I kind of adjusted a little bit. But yeah, that early morning trek, you do it very well, spending those mornings here with us. And I remember back in the day, you know, you spent so many mornings just communicating during COVID, even before that, just, you know, having a good time on a morning. It has been all about enjoying spending that time with you. And I have enjoyed spending the time with you for sure. And I've enjoyed spending the time with, at that point in time, my co-host, and I was the co-host too, Cassandra Crawford. Cassandra, she's been busy doing some other things. But she said, you know, Shane, I can decide to spend at least a warm morning with you before you go back to your regularly scheduled programming. So a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Shane.
How are you doing?
I am well, thank you.
You well?
It's good to see you.
Always great to see you.
Good morning to you. It's nice to be able to say good morning to you again. So yes, we're gonna have some fun this morning. We're gonna share what's happening with you. You know, that's what we do. We let you know what's going on in your neck of the woods. It's beautiful to be here with you on Mornin Barbados, just like old times, right?
Yeah, just like old times. You don't have to stop talking.
Oh, I was going to give you an opportunity to say something.
I'm good. I can sit here and, you know, absorb and feel sweet. And let's go down the morning with our morning viewers online, most of you as well. Send those comments in. I know we will get some comments this morning for sure. And we'll share them back with you wherever you are in the diaspora. We'd love to hear from our friends from the UK. We'd love to hear from you, those of you in New York, Miami, the usual places, Canada, sometimes popping in, even some places in Asia. They keep connected with us. The time zone, I can pose a challenge sometimes, but we always love to hear from our viewers. That's you. You make this show happen. So what's been happening with you, Cassandra?
A lot. Always something going on. As you know, never a dull moment here in beautiful Barbados. So no different with me, you know, working hard. Enjoying the work. I know you are too.
Enjoying what work?
The work.
A lot of people don't know you do now, you know. Some people think you, I don't know. You got to tell them what you're doing now.
I work in communications, communications advisor with the Barbados Light and Power Company.
Exactly.
Yes. How are you enjoying the hospital? You've been working hard too.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. We're trying our best through the CEO to improve all of the services under this new strategy.
Yeah.
And yes, things don't happen overnight.
Nothing happens overnight. And it's best sometimes to take your time, you know.
Indeed.
Speaking of time, it boils a sweet pot. That's what the old folks would say. So taking time in foolishness.
I heard that one.
Old sayings. Yeah.
But you would know them better than me.
Because I grew up around my grandmother. Or you want to say something else? Do it.
Me?
I dare you.
A very good morning to you, Cassandra, my darling. How are you today?
Good morning, Pat. Good morning, everybody watching online. You know, that is special. That no matter how many miles there are between us, you take the time to connect through Mornin Barbados, and certainly the CBC is happy to be able to provide this opportunity for you to stay in touch with home. Sometimes it's just more convenient for those who live in Barbados too. So,
Indeed, for sure.
Shane, October has been a busy month, a lot.
yesterday World Food Day.
And today, the International Day of Poverty Eradication.
Indeed.
So all connected to well-being and what is
Norma.
better for humanity. Oh, let me say good morning, Norma. Norma Hunt.
You can
Thank you
see
for
that?
that greeting. Yes, of course I can see it.
Okay.
But not that I won't pull in my help when I need it. I'm not being bashful or anything.
Marcia Rock saying good morning, Queen
Marcia,
Cassandra.
good
Welcome back to Mornin
Thank
Barbados.
you.
Yeah.
Shane was on me for a little bit, but yes, today was the day. Today was the best day, and I'm happy to be here with you.
I'm happy you
today.
are here too.
I want to say this before we get too far into the morning. I want to acknowledge Wendy and Zachary, the widow and son of Doug Hoyt, Douglas Mountbatten. We spent a lot of time together on Mornin Barbados set as well.
That was an interesting
Yeah.
thing you were saying there, because I was
Yeah.
studying this morning as I was getting ready, and I was saying, Cassandra, you were with a lot of men before me. And I was watching like a lot of the older clips, and I seeing this younger Cassandra. I said, wait, I thought I was special. I really thought I
You
was
mean like
special.
how I went on vacation one was it summer? Yes, late August would usually be the time I take my break. And let me tell you something, Shane, before I was out the door, there was another lady co-hosting the
Listen,
show.
to donate those non-perishable items. They spoke about the need. They've
Yes.
been helping 1,000 vulnerable families
Yeah.
in Barbados. There could be more, but what they're doing is helping these vulnerable families to move out of that
Yes.
situation
And that's
improve
what's
their lives.
important. That's what's important. Not just handing out, but certainly helping you to find a way out of the situation. So that's what they're about. And with our company as well, we certainly worked with them to assist where the need arose. So that is certainly something, as we talk about the eradication of poverty, there is a role that we can all play to assist those who are more vulnerable in our society. But I can tell you the other thing about our society is our Bajan people have always been quite hospitable, and food and our culture and our engagement is an integral part of who we are as a people. And so October also signals the Food and Rum Festival.
You going?
Of course, I have to do something. I have to.
So-
Did you just commit to being my +1 for
I was just gonna ask
liquid
if we going.
gold and
I was just going to ask if you're going.
right?
So
I'm your
you're back
guest.
to reading my mind.
I'm your guest.
Yeah,
Okay.
We can make it
You know
happen.
that means you foot the bill.
I know. I know.
No, Shane, we work it out.
I
We
will
work
do that thing. I will find some coins in the till and pull them
coins.
out.
I love the sound of that. But Dawn Lisa Calendar Smith will join us. We'll also hear from Sanjean Cutting to tell you more about the plans around that. And of course, Taste of Barbados. That's what you're going to hear all about.
And then when you talk about Taste of Barbados, Oystins is the place for the best fish. And we'll be gathering as usual in Christchurch. So many more events. We've reached just over the halfway mark. We'll tell you what is to come as well.
Yeah.
But something else happening.
Did you talk about the triathlon?
That's what it was about.
That's
So
coming
you are
up.
back to this reading my mind thing. The BFIT Triathlon, and we have two special participants to talk a bit about how they've been preparing for the event. No matter how I look at this name, but it's Owen Josiah. But Owen, that is a very unique spelling to your name. But good to have you here with us on the program. He's a triathlete, also a triathlete. Janelle Clark spending some time with us. They were the 2024 BFIT champions. Congrats.
Thank you very much. Good
And,
morning.
and I'm hoping that you all are looking to do the double.
Well, that's the intention.
Owen, so
Yeah.
talk a bit about these
Yeah, sure.
preparations.
So, as I said, good morning. Thank you very much for hosting us. Just to look back on the name, it's Oein, pronounced as Owen. The origin is Irish. I'm not Irish by birth, but I probably got the name from my parents.
Yeah.
So Janelle and I would have won the national championship in 2024, October. I think that was Janelle's first attempt at the Olympic distance as well, so congratulations to her.
Well done.
I've done it a few times, so this will be my I will be applying or trying to make an attempt of gaining my 7th national title on Sunday. So the encouragement, is just to have everyone to come down there and support. It's a grueling event, swim, bike, run, because our Olympic distance starts with a 1500 meter swim, and then you're going to a 40K bike, followed by a 10K run to finish. So the more support that you have on the course, it helps a lot, because the sun in Barbados is not that
been
easy.
sunny.
So-
Something was wrong yesterday, though.
Something
was really wrong with yesterday.
It was working overtime. We've had a lot of those days, and that's why hydration is so important.
Yeah, it is,
And
it is.
as you do what you do, so let's hear from Janelle Clark as well. What got you interested in being a part of this triathlon or becoming a triathlete?
Yeah, it just kind of happened. There was an opportunity. I was originally in CrossFit, and in our group chat, there was an advertisement that BFit was putting on a triathlon, and they needed females. This was 2 weeks before the event. I hadn't been swimming, I hadn't been cycling, barely doing some running through CrossFit and some other events. And I said, let's just give it a try. And, they offered some sessions at the pool. Darren did some sessions on a bike. I actually borrowed a bike from BFit. I didn't have a bike at the time because it was a celebrity triathlon. So they had celebrities and they wanted regular people to partake on the team. So I did it. It was, I had a blast. It was fun.
Well, you would have a blast. You're the champion. You did it for the first time. I mean, so Owen, I was going to ask you about your preparation,
That's
but
fine.
we'll get to that.
No worries, no
because,
worries.
So CrossFit really helped you.
Oh, for sure.
That background
was
in
good prep.
CrossFit.
Yeah. It gave me the endurance to be able to get through the race, but swimming is a very technical sport. So anybody who's interested in getting into triathlon, I would tell you to go to swim lessons as soon as you can, get a coach, work on your swimming, because as much as I was able to move from distance from point A to point B, when you go to swimming lessons, it's a different story. It's just it's such a technical sport. There's so many things that you can do to improve your swimming so that you can get from point A to point B faster, quicker, and more efficiently.
And this is a transitioning from, maybe the water to the riding and.
That's another element that you have to work on in triathlon as well. There are transitions. So from you go from the start with the swim, and then you have to transition onto the bike. So obviously you want to do that as quickly as possible. So those are things that you do need to work on to ensure that your time, because it's all about your time, the end time at the end of it. So you want to make sure that you have the best time possible. So you want to cut down on your transitions, because the first couple of triathlons I did, I'm sitting down on the floor, putting on my shoes, tying them up, getting on the, taking my time. But it's as you progress
go.
in the sport, you learn that you can do things much faster. So yeah.
So, Owen, since you're the man who has done it 7 years in terms of at the top, talk a bit about what goes into making you more efficient and really the champion that you are in this event.
Okay. Well, it takes a lot of work, precise work, and you really need to think about the process. You need to create a roadmap. It's not something that you can just jump into or wake up one morning and decide you're going to go and do it. So I probably train maybe six days a week across swim, bike, run, and strength. Averaging anywhere, depending on the event, anywhere between 7 to 14 hours a week. So it's all about being very strategic on what needs to happen or what you need to be prepared for. So an example would be like for nationals, which is just Olympic distance. Some of my training sessions would be like Monday, Wednesday, Friday would be swim. Tuesday and Thursday would be a bike and a run. And probably going to put in a strength training on Wednesday and Saturday. Probably take Sunday off. Sunday off to go to church and so forth. So it's a lot of work, but you need to enjoy the process, and you need to do it in such a way where it is sustainable and it doesn't become a burden. It's more so of a routine. So and it is gradual. So you can't expect to do everything within 1 month or 2 months. It takes weeks, months, and gradually it takes
Any
years.
good thing takes time.
Yeah.
I love the sound of this.
Yeah.
I want to know more about what is going to be happening, because I understand there is also room for children and persons with different abilities. Give us the rundown.
Correct. So starting with the children. So with the Triathlon Federation, BFIT, there's a kids series that usually occurs perhaps several times per year, but that's hosted at the Aquatic Center and the Garfield Sobers gymnasium. So they swim in the pool, they bike and run there. This will be the first time that these children or kids or the kids series participants will have the opportunity to participate in a different environment here in Barbados. And that environment is where nationals is usually held yearly, which is Mighty Grinder Highway. So they will have the opportunity to swim in the ocean, ride and run on Spring Garden, or Mighty Grinder Highway rather, and also seeing the others. So we have the seniors, those who are doing the standard distances like myself. There's a try, which is quarter of the Olympic distance. So Olympic distance is a 1500 swim, 40k bike, 10k run to finish. Then there's a sprint distance for anyone between I think let's say 11 and 17 or 12 and 17. So the sprint distance is a 750 swim, 20k bike and a 5k run. And then the try this for anyone who just want to really have a try of it and they have some experience, probably swimming, cycling and running. Then that would be a 400 swim, 10k bike and a 2.5k run. And finally there's a mix relay. So it's male, female, male, and each person does a mini triathlon. So the first leg do a 200-meter swim, then onto a 5k bike and a 1k run. Tag the other person, the person does the same thing, and then tag the final person who goes to the finish line. So all of that will be happening.
It's a lot. It's a lot, but it's real commitment. And of course, now that you're a champion, you're looking to do the double. What have you done differently this time around?
This year I focused more on my running because I did a marathon. I just came back from Chicago doing the marathon last week Sunday. So this year was running intense. It was heavily focused on running, which may be to my detriment for the swimming and the cycling. But I've still been doing them while I've been training for the running, but not as focused on the swimming and the cycling. So hopefully that will be beneficial to me this year. At least, even if I don't win, I'll be able to see an improvement in that. Triathlon is 3 sports, so it's always a juggling process. Something is going to get neglected sometimes, especially with work and life and everything else. So it is very difficult trying to excel in all of them. But this year was definitely focused on the running. So hopefully we'll see some benefits in that.
I like that. You're looking to top your best, your last best. So that's good.
Definitely.
It's happening on Sunday, October the 19th, on the Mighty Grinder Highway. 6 a.m. So if you're a Mornin Barbados person, you understand what time it is. It's an early morning. When you wake up, it feels so good outside. So get out there and support their overseas entrants as well from Trinidad and Tobago, Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. A whole total of 57 athletes.
57
Shane.
athletes. Any last minute entries can still happen, or that's it? We're done.
I believe, unfortunately, not. But I don't know. I think maybe if someone can really want to do it, maybe some exception can be made. I'm not sure. I'm not speaking on part of the federation.
Support
as an
now.
athlete.
No problem.
So
So
go cheer them on.
Go cheer them on. Go and cheer on you have a fan favorite. You go down to the Mighty Grinder Highway, watch them swim in open water, make their way on the road on the bike, and then that run. Grueling stuff, but all about improving this type of sport in Barbados. Congrats to you two on last year's championship,
very much.
and may you do just as well this year. But of course, I'm pretty sure you'll have some competition. We'll watch from the sidelines, Cassandra and I.
Cheering you on.
Appreciate
Cheering you on.
Yeah.
And here's to another 35 years. 35th annual Barbados National Triathlon.
Thank you very much.
All the best. Stay with us. We've got a lot more coming your way on Mornin Barbados.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Week after week, Scald presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons, which will surprise many, is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
6:28 is your time. We hope, as Cassandra always used to say, you have your cup of goodness and you're ready to spend the morning with us for another great conversation indeed with some people, a team doing some amazing work, helping those vulnerable families across our nation. So we really want to welcome Crystal Franklin. She's a senior family empowerment officer with the One Family program, and Anisha Goodman is the family empowerment officer. Good morning to the both of you.
Morning,
Good
ladies.
morning.
How was yesterday?
It was awesome.
Yesterday in St. John.
That is correct.
Talk a bit about the drive. And how was the soup? No, I didn't even ask how was the soup. The soup, it was chicken soup and vegetable soup, right?
That is correct.
And it was great.
It was an excellent. We had.
He always does a good job. Talk a bit about that drive that really was, to signify the work that...
Anisha. All right, so I'm coming to you, Anisha. For persons who... Anisha. All right, so I'm coming to you, Anisha. For persons who may need a little overview of the work of the One Family program, maybe you can just summarize that for us and how long it's been happening.
Okay, so the One Family program is a national initiative under the Ministry of People Empowerment and Elder Affairs, where we cater to 1,000 of what we consider to be the most vulnerable households on island. At present, we have 50 officers. Each officer has we have 20 families each. So we use a pillar program, which is the health, family dynamics, employment, education, and what's the other one?
Housing.
And housing. So it's a holistic program. It's not just hands out. It's not hands out. It's hands up, where we work together. It's a collaborative effort to assist persons.
Absolutely.
And I was saying yesterday, Cassandra, for them to remember all 7, because 7 pillars, right?
5.
5 pillars?
5.
Yes.
All right, so I'm getting my numbers mixed up.
You just probably want to add another 2. It's okay.
But
that may happen. But
it is great to see you've identified, and you said something there, what you consider to be the most vulnerable families, because there are others. So I want to know what kind of feedback you got yesterday during this drive. Did people come up, they ask for contact information, ask for assistance, guidance on how they can get help? Everyone is not maybe in the same situation, but some people still need a helping hand.
Right. So as we had the social workers out there working and stuff, we did provide our contact information to persons. Persons who did have concerns were provided with information, and they did have their one-on-ones with social workers who were able to do so. We do have our Instagram page. It is One Family Program, and we do have contact numbers for our offices in Warrens. So I can also give you those numbers as well. So that number is 535-1780, or our mobile number is 266
1654.
1654.
teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes,
All
all the time.
One another.
All the time. And speaking of that, leaning on one another, sometimes when you look at this concern of poverty across the world, it looks insurmountable. It looks like there's nothing that we can do. What's the point? But we are taking it one family at a time here. So let's talk about the link between your mission and the global theme for International Day for the Eradication of Poverty. What do you want that person watching this morning to keep top of mind? And you can help each other on this as well.
You go ahead.
Anisha, you want to lead on this?
All right, so what we want to achieve for today, all right, we just want everyone to reflect that it's not only an issue that's affecting us at home, but it's also international as well. And then just, be mindful to share, come out, support, to see how we can come together to help alleviate poverty.
Yeah.
In addition to that, so we do have our events that are actually today. We have the Give and Go, where persons can come on down and make a contribution. And this contribution right now, we are looking at collecting food items, but it isn't not just food items. But for today, you can come and donate some non-perishable items to our Albarat building in Warrens, yes, or you can visit us down by Worthing at Massey Warrens, where we would have our barrels there and persons on staff. So whether it be perishable, non-perishable items, canned stuff, toiletries, baby items, to help the persons who are on the program.
Okay, so this is Warren's, the Barack building.
That is correct.
Persons can come and drop off their non-perishable items. They can find out how they can make other donations as well.
That
Yes?
is absolutely correct.
This is good stuff. Good
Yeah.
work.
And you really want to
Can you
keep
come fill up your
Barbadians
car?
connected to that spirit of philanthropy, that spirit of giving, not only as we roll into Christmas, but just generally across the board. And on that normal day, when we move past this designation of today and World Food Day just gone, how can people continue to give? Can people continue to roll on up to the One Family program
Yes.
and donate?
Yes, you can.
And talk a bit about what that process would generally look like. What would you want to see from that person who really wants to give?
So we do have our mentorship program as well as sponsorship for clients within the One Family program. Because sometimes persons can not only just donate items, but they can donate some of their time and, be able to assist and guide a family for those who are in need.
Yeah.
So at our offices, you can actually come by and visit, and one of our officers will be on hand. We have officers who are stationed there every day. So once they come up to the 4th floor to the One Family program, someone will be there to guide them through the process.
I want us to talk about the respect aspect that is wrapped up in this and assisting people who find themselves in a situation where poverty may be impacting them. Because at the end of the day, we're all people, whatever status, whatever
Indeed.
state in life we're in or we find ourselves, we don't know what situation caused someone to be where they are in that place of need. So maybe we can talk a little bit about the respect aspect that is linked to poverty eradication.
So we do have a screening process too, because as you said, we are working with vulnerable households. So at the end of the day, these are persons who still need respect.
Yeah.
So not just anybody, unfortunately, would be able to become a mentor to households. There is training that would also be provided to these persons to ensure that we are not doing more harm to these households when we bring in persons from outside.
Talk about the success you're seeing through the program, Anisha, if you don't mind. Do you like where you're going in terms of helping these families, giving them that hand up, as you mentioned?
Most days. So at present, we could see 50% or more increase of getting persons from one point from self-dependency to independency.
Oh,
So
that's a great result, 50%.
Yeah, 50%
And,
or more.
and if you're talking about 50% of 1,000, and I mean the maths, sometimes
Don't look at
maths, that's 500 families that you're helping move in
Yeah,
a positive,
in a positive direction, yeah.
In a positive direction.
But it's not linear. So some days are better than some. So we take it day by day.
All right. In our final seconds, is there anything else you want our viewer to know about the work you're doing and the drive you're carrying out?
Okay, so we do have an upcoming initiative with partnership with the Ministry of Agriculture. We are doing our grow boxes where participating members of the One Family program will receive a grow box, which will help them to start their own kitchen garden. That would help assist with food independency. And then costs, they have their own little small business, if possible, if that's what they're interested in. So, yeah.
Yeah, y'all are doing great work, and I really want to salute you and your team in the One Family program. Yesterday's drive, I mean, outside of the soup that tastes good, just a chance to connect.
175 bowls.
175 bowls strong. It's a chance to connect, with others who may be in need. If you want to be a part of the change, you can join the One Family program and be a mentor, but you can also donate to the cause as well. You will see on screen right here how you can get involved, and you can even donate money as well to help those vulnerable families. Adopt a family, is that a part of it as well?
Yes, please.
Adopt a family and help them, move from that state of dependency to, as Nisha said here, independency. So, our independence.
Yes.
That's what we want to see. Thank you, ladies, for coming and sharing with us this morning. We hope to see you again, because as we roll into Christmas, we know that people will want that assistance and that hand up. So, yeah, you all are really doing some good work, and we'll continue to share these types of conversations with you right here on Mornin Barbados, because we want you to know how you can help here in Barbados and further afield. 6:38 is your time. The morning moving nicely along. Got a lot more to talk about here on Mornin Barbados. Stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons, which will surprise many, is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources. He'll give you the people. Not only will He equip you with ideas, but He will equip you with favor, as He did Nehemiah.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're back with you, and it's 19 minutes away from 7 o'clock. At the top of the hour, we've got news coming your way, so stay with us for that. But this next conversation is focusing again on another community. You know, we have a series of communities across Barbados, and we are all about making sure that they stay tight-knit. So the activities have been happening throughout the year, and right now we want to focus on regathering. We have now in focus Christchurch. So our guests, we have Corrine Tate. She is one of the organizers in the Gibbons community for the Gibbons Community Concert. But she's going to be telling us about some other things happening in Christchurch. And Richard Gittins, another one of the organizers, he is focusing on a day at Dover, on the land, on the sea, family day. Good morning to you both. Great to have you with us.
And before we get into this conversation, you see how you find out things?
How? What things you found out, Shane?
That
we didn't start the interview yet.
Another man?
Listen, you can't get him. You can't get involved in this one. You'll get squeezed.
Shane, we went to school together at Ellerslie. We went to school.
Oh, the brown cows.
Oh my goodness. Well, they're khaki now. I had my pleats. He had a brown pants. It was a different situation back then. It's different now.
Well, it's good for y'all to reconnect here on Mornin Barbados as we gather.
It's true.
In the parish of Christchurch.
That's why I'm sitting over here, because you know the feeling's still there.
Oh my God! I'm gonna sit quietly over here.
So, Richard, you're connected with Dover.
Yes,
Dover
sir.
was busy last night. You couldn't pass the area. Many people doing things on the field. You go down the road, and the restaurants busy as well. Everything is just buzzing.
Yeah.
And as this says, we gathering in Christchurch. So people definitely gathered in Dover last night.
Yeah.
And continue to do that for the rest of the month.
Correct. Dover is one of those really, really complete areas. I mean, you have the swimming, the sea. So you got the swimming, you got the land aspect of it. So on any given night, you got the guys playing road tennis on the hard courts. You have a boot camp on the hard courts. You have football, you have cricket. I mean, so there's always something. And then the entire strip, you know, is just littered with hotels, guest houses, restaurants, the whole gamut. So it's a really, really complete environment that you get to meet people from all walks of life passing through, whether it's locals or visitors alike.
So regathering has been good to Dover. What else can people expect during this month of regathering, specifically there in that part
specifically, up to last night, we actually had a bingo night, which was, you know, well received. The community had supported it, both the business community as well as the local community. We got some really, really good prizes. It was a $5 draw. People bought multiple tickets, and you had staycations. You had you actually got from that $5 draw and multiple tickets. You got staycations, you got dinners for two, so there's a whole, the entire community started to support the effort that is regathering. Separate and apart from that, you notice there was a football competition going on. Sometimes the local businesses use the facilities to do their fun days. But the big event for us is on Sunday. This Sunday coming. So we're gonna, one of the initiatives that we resurrected, because the whole premise is Dover heritage. So we incorporating the sand and the sea, the land and the sea.
Nice.
So one of the things that we're gonna do, that we have resurrected, is a wheelbarrow race. So we literally, it's going to be a lot of fun. So you're going to have 9 teams. Right. Each team is going to comprise of 2 people. So you're going to start from one of the hotels, and one partner is going to be in the wheelbarrow, and the next one is going to be pushing. And there are going to be 5 stations, and at each station there's going to be a challenge that you have to undertake. And after each station, you have to swap partners. So the one that was in the backyard gets the push, and the one that was pushing gets to be carried in the backyard.
But I was thinking there will be some strategy to this, because I would say if you got a team, you would have the heavier person pushing the lighter person, but then you got to turn around.
You got to turn around.
That's the problem. So you got to
if the person's strong enough, just eat some yams before. All know y'all should be preparing anyway. Yeah. Got strong food. Strong food. Eat some strong food, right, Corrine?
Indeed, yes.
Sounds
I
good.
totally agree.
You
yeah.
have a lot to tell us too, because you've been working hard on some other preparations. So talk to me about this concert, this community concert that you've been
Yes.
planning.
Well, every year we have a community concert in Gibbons, right? And we decided that we would include this in the list of activities for the gathering. And it is a police band concert at the playing field in Gibbons Park. And in addition to the police, we are going to have the Mighty Gabby, you'll be performing. We are going to have Biggie Irie. We are going to have the Euphony Steel Orchestra.
Nice.
And we're also going to have Adrian Clark and John Yard. So it's going to be a lovely evening. In addition to
Nice
that,
mix.
too, yes, in addition to that, too, we'll have some of the residents who are business owners. They're going to be there selling their produce. But the police band concert is a free event. All events for the gathering are free events, except if private individuals decide that they want to come and join us, then they join us and they might offer something for sale. But usually, every event, there are no admission fees for the gathering events organized by the committee at all.
Lovely.
Yeah, and that's what you want, because you want that inclusion, everyone to come out. All of those residents of Christchurch, and those are outside too, those who are living outside who want to come back, and those who just want to see what's happening.
Yeah.
That is correct, yes. And last night, for example, we had a free event, breadfruit bowls at Foley's. We called it Savor the Secret, Taste the Culture, you know, breadfruit, and people enjoy the breadfruit and the pigtails and the sauce.
Shane's language.
Everything there.
He likes a lot of food.
That's the love language.
So it was
If it's good food. Well, both of us. We talking about food. That's one of your love languages, no, Shane?
You feel like you have
things
to eat
change? Oh my goodness. Focus, Corey.
Easy tiger.
Yeah, that was in Parshland. And last week we had an event, a health fair at Ferry Valley. So we're having a number of things. And we had Pan Pandistan in Silver Sands, you know. So in our area we're having quite a number of things.
Yeah.
Another thing that we're having on Saturday as well is a community cleanup. Because the gathering is not only about having fun and having the tourists come and enjoy themselves and so on. We want to have community activities, and we want to have environmental awareness.
Yes.
So we are going to have a community cleanup tomorrow at Long Beach. So that's going to be, we are inviting everyone to come and join us.
Paying attention to your environment is key. So as all of these events happen, you know, you really want to spend some time making sure that around you is pristine and clean for those that you invite into your home. So you got a lot going on. We're looking forward to that wheelbarrow. That'll be interesting.
For sure.
Big concert.
Yes.
And then, of course, we're going to get together and make sure that the place is spick and span. All of that happening and a whole lot more in the parish of Christchurch. Remember, that's where we are gathering this month.
Dover Day.
Dover Day. Yeah.
On land, on the sea, Family Day. That's on the 19th. So that's Sunday.
Correct.
And then the concert is also happening.
All right. So we got things to do.
We got things to do. Thank you so much for coming and sharing with us. Corrine, Tate, and Richard Gittes, thank you for coming and sharing with us as well. Good to see you again.
Always a pleasure, though.
Shane, behave.
We're
taking a break. We're taking a break. We'll continue in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources. He'll give you the people. Not only will He equip you with ideas, but He will equip you with favor, as He did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV 8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray, microbiome, probiotics, and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV 8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
98.1 The One, your number one party station. With an audience from 18 to 40, we keep you engaged, energized, and entertained. Choose 98.1 FM, The One.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely, and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all think
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're spending some more time in Christchurch with Roseanne Paris Bryan and Shama Harding. Roseanne is organizing the Youth on the Move March and Old Time Fair, and Shama, she's putting together a Child's World Community Children's Party. So listen, a lot happening in Christchurch.
A lot is going on in Christchurch. Y'all don't play. Good morning.
Good morning. And y'all are focusing on the young people this time around.
Yes.
Shama, let me start with you. Talk a bit about this, a Child's World Community Children's Party.
Well, we wanted to engage the youth. A lot of times the activities are not specific towards the youth, and we wanted to make sure that there was something for them to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so this party is really, it's jumping tents, it's clowns, face painting, there's cotton candy and snow cones and popcorn, everything that you could think of. There's even the rolling arcade.
Rolling arcade?
Yeah, the bus, the arcade bus.
Uh-huh.
So they have all the
Gaming
gaming
bus,
bus and the games for the kids to play. And so we're just really just giving them everything that they enjoy doing. They have room to play, to run around in the field. It's taking place at Shirley Chisholm Primary School in Vauxhall. And it starts at 1 p.m. until 5 p.m. And it's a community event, so entrance is free. The jumping tents and the face painting is free. And we have food, anything to do with food and drinks is on sale.
Right.
And so we have people from within the community coming out to sell their snacks and their snow cones and different things that they do on a day-to-day basis. And just giving people the opportunity to just participate in We Gathering.
Yeah, let the children be children. So
Yes.
anyone. You don't have to be a resident
Well,
of
the child at
Christchurch.
heart too can also come because we
So
have
Cassandra could get in.
Yes, because we have the obstacle courses, we have a haunted house. So there are things that even if you're not quite a child, that you could still enjoy.
Okay.
That sounds good. This is a busy weekend, and you mentioned it's a marquee type weekend for you guys
It's
in
a marquee
Christchurch.
day in Christchurch.
Yeah.
So starting from 6 a.m. with our cleanup in Vauxhall,
Look at the events
right
there.
all the way down to Oystins in the night at 6 p.m.
Very
There's
nice.
activities.
Very nice. Roseanne, you're quiet over there, but you're organizing Youth on the Move March and the Old Time Fair. So talk to me about that. That sounds delightful.
Yes, well, when the committee sat down to plan the events in our district of Christchurch, we figured our perfect venue would be Hastings Rocks. And then we decided, we were trying to figure out what we would have at Hastings Rocks. And somebody remembered the old-time fairs that the St. Matthias Church used to have. So we decided, let us try to recreate this at Hastings Rocks, but then we wanted to have a fair with a difference, so we included some of the modern. So we will be having the usual tombola and the ring toss and the colors. We also hope to have the heritage games like worries, and we're going to be playing dominoes.
I still in there
and
to
that
play
type of
worries.
stuff.
I was gonna ask
Well, come
you.
on Saturday and you will learn. You will definitely learn on Saturday. We also have the doctors and the dentists are on board with us, so we're having medical checks and dental
Nice.
checks. We have a young and upcoming masseuse who will be offering chair massages. The usual food, Bajan food that you will find at a fair. Plus we have sugar cakes, nut cakes, those types of things
The
as well.
traditional candy.
The traditional candy. We're gonna have
Comfort?
of course.
There's somebody, somebody
Yes.
in your community is actually
Yes.
still making comfort?
Yes.
That is
Yes.
fantastic.
Yes. And we will have a clown.
Shane, you going?
We have a fitness. we also are incorporating a fitness zone. We have a fitness zone as well. And of course, we wanted to also do something for the youth. So that's how the Youth on the Move March came into play.
All right.
So that will start at by the Old Town Planning Building.
Yes.
And they're going to weave their way through St. Matthias, Darrell's Road, past the St. Matthias court, down to the church, get to the left, and turn left onto Hastings Road, right up to Hastings Rocks.
Beautiful
So we
finish
have
point.
the Cadet Corps, the Barbados Youth Advanced Corps, the Brownies, and the Cub Scouts. It has mushroomed and blossomed more than we even envisaged, because we have about 500 kids who are going to be on the road.
That's special.
Right? And then after that, we also have entertainment. Can't have a fair without entertainment. So we have Haynesville. They're going to have the Mother Sally. We have Pinelands. And the Barbados Youth Advanced Corps also has a landship component. So they're going to be performing as well. We have Risa Garns and her band. We have Showman and AJ, because remember, we are focusing on the youth as well. And then we culminate the evening with the Foundation School Steel Pan.
Oh, you've got some action there.
Oh, it's going to be an awesome
And I
day.
like how they're bringing some of the other communities into Christchurch to be a part
Not
of the
selfish at all.
No, we share.
We like
care
that.
And we share in Christchurch.
We like that. Some quality entertainment, and this is just, again, a sign of what we have across Barbados. So we thank you for providing another platform for children to be children, and for young people to engage in community activities and showcase their talents at the same time. And thank you for your commitment to community as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
And a space for me to be the clown.
Every fair needs a clown.
You're welcome to come. We'll get your costume.
I thank you very much. I appreciate it. But with the enthusiasm that both of you are showing for these events, I know that the children will have a blast.
Expect to have an awesome
Come
day.
on, bring the
real
children.
clown.
Bring the
It's not
children. Bring the children and enjoy what will be an amazing weekend
Yeah.
in Christchurch. Yeah, so you can go on the Regathering page too, and you'll see all of the events happening there. Yeah, just stay connected and enjoy everything that is Oistins, that's their town, but everything that is in Christchurch, those communities, those people coming together to make sure that you have a good time with them.
Roseanne Paris Bryan and Shama Harding, thank you ladies so much for joining us this morning.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's Friday, folks, and we're off for a wonderful weekend. So stay with us on Morning Barbados. Shane's got news coming your way at the top of the hour.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better...
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Time for your Morning Barbados news, and we're hearing that Air Canada is reaffirming its confidence in Barbados, highlighting the destination's substantive year-over-year performance and the robust demand projected for this upcoming winter season. From next week, the airline will be boosting its airlift capacity to the island, And our Minister of Tourism and International Transport, Ian Gooding-Edgell, made the announcement at the destination presentation and marketplace at the Hilton Hotel. The event was attended by Canada's top performers in travel trade to Barbados. They are here for the Barbados Tourism Marketing Incorporated's Spirit of Barbados Mega Fam event taking place this week. Anesta Henry has more on this story.
Air Canada is preparing to expand its service to Barbados later this month with the deployment of its 789 Dreamliner on the Barbados route. Minister of Tourism and International Transport, Ian Gooding-Edgell, says this move is being made well ahead of the traditional uptake for the upcoming winter season.
The continued deployment of the Dreamliner through April 30th of next year will represent a significant boost in airlift and underscores this deepening strategic engagement between Barbados and Air Canada. In tandem with this development will be Air Canada's commencement of service from Montreal on November 2nd, an astonishing 6 weeks earlier than originally scheduled, along with an expansion of flights from Toronto to 9 weekly, including double frequencies on Fridays and Sundays during the peak travel winter period.
The tourism minister says Barbados is pleased with this bold expression of support by Air Canada and the expected 16% increase in seat capacity for the 2025 to 2026 winter season. He says this allows tourism officials to further solidify Barbados' status as the #1 destination with enduring appeal to Canadian travelers.
Looking ahead, we have also recognized that there is heightened demand from some of our secondary markets. You can be rest assured that we are dedicated to continuing the groundwork already started, ensuring that we actively pursue the introduction of new gateways in Atlantic Canada and Ontario, as well as the reintroduction of service from Western Canada. We are therefore keen to make the launch of year-round service from Montreal a reality, in addition to the establishment of new services from Ottawa and Halifax to ensure direct connectivity to those regions.
For the period January to August 2025, Barbados welcomed almost 60,000 visitors, with Air Canada being the longest-serving international carrier to Barbados, having flown to the island for 75 years. Chief Operations Officer of the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc., Cheryl Carter, reports that Barbados is seeing an increased length of stay along with an expanding age profile for Canadian visitors,
ranging from the adventurous young travelers to retirees, and most recently, we're seeing many more multi-generational families. Additionally, there's a rising demand from the Canadian market for villa accommodation.
As part of the Spirit of Barbados Mega Fam taking place this week, 50 of Canada's top performers of the travel trade to the island are here to learn more about Barbados' tourism product. Anesta Henry, CBC News.
The Barbados Labour Party is preparing to host its 86th annual conference later this month at Queen's Park. This year's event promises a blend of reflection, fellowship, and innovation under the theme "When Labour Leads, We Bajan Succeed." Deanza Roberts has this story.
The Barbados Labour Party says its upcoming 86th annual conference will be more than just a gathering of party faithful. It will be a space for national reflection and community engagement. Conference Chair Marsha Caddell says the conference is about hearing from Barbadians, listening to their ideas, and continuing the democratic tradition that defines the BLP. The theme, she says, reflects what they have been able to deliver.
It is about acknowledging that when we came to service as a government in 2018, that we had a lot of challenges, that we were able to restore free tertiary education, we were able to increase pensions and welfare, we were able to address some critical infrastructure issues, some critical issues of water and sanitation, and we hold that as some on-the-ground successes that we can't ever lose sight of. I think Barbadians have become used to a standard of care and of living that we want to always make sure that we adhere to.
Ms. Caddell says the packed 3-day agenda will include critical policy discussions on healthcare, all led by government ministers and guided by youth moderators.
I wanted to also say something about the Saturday conversations that ministers will have with the party, to emphasize that this year in particular we will have the Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister of Transport and Works lead a session on the future of transport. The Minister of Education will continue having conversations on education transformation, because he has been having lots of those conversations, picking up from the last Minister of Education, and also a conversation on healthcare.
The party's CEO, Senator Patricia Parris, says they will be recognizing outstanding Barbadians through an awards ceremony.
We will be recognizing 33 stalwarts comprising of one from the 30 constituencies. We will have the Women's League, an award to the League of Young Socialists and the Toronto branch. We will also be recognizing 10 persons for their outstanding contributions to sports. 2 cultural awards, 2 environmental awards, 1 youth award, and 1 innovation award.
The conference returns to the Queen's Park and will run from October 24th through to the 26th. It will feature discussions, entertainment, and the much-anticipated address by Prime Minister Mayor Amor Matley. Deanza Roberts, CBC News.
Thank you very much, Deanza, for that story. Some small and micro businesses are being accused of failing to provide pleasant and safe conditions for their employees to sit and enjoy a healthy meal. Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Kimberly Phillips, and that's who the charge is coming from. She's the Senior Medical Officer of Health. She's raising the concern that some establishments lack clean and pleasant and safe conditions across some establishments for workers to have lunch. Dr. Phillips says this is happening particularly at small and micro businesses like tiny shops with small walkways and only one door. Dr. Phillips was at the time addressing the opening of the National Nutrition Center Food and Nutrition Fair to observe World Food Day 2025, themed Hand in Hand for Better Foods and a Better Future.
The shopkeepers that do not provide NIS for their workers, that require young women to run back to work to get $1, but fail to provide a humane space for them to express and store breast milk for the young infant they left at home. I will suggest to you that employee loyalty is inextricably tied to the interest that businesses show in the safety and comfort of their staff. The willingness of staff to go the extra mile, to show respect and function well in any business, cannot be uncoupled from the way that person is treated and the provision made for the basic needs of hygiene and nutrition.
In sports, the 2-match series against India is now over, and at the end of it, the West Indies remain winless after 5 defeats in the 2025 to 2027 World Test Championship cycle. The series defeats to Australia and now to India, which, yes, 2 of them are at the top, mean the regional side has lots of work over the next few months if they are to arrest this slide. Damien Best looks at what is happening with the West Indies team.
Building blocks for the future. That's how West Indies Test captain Roston Chase has described the just concluded 2-test series against India. The Windies lost both matches, the first by an innings and 140 runs inside 3 days, and the second by 7 wickets. The batting performances in the final match provided a glimpse of what fans in the region have been hungry for: fight in the face of adversity. John Campbell's maiden Test century and Shea Hope's composed third Test ton on a slow spinning wicket was timely, and the first 3-figure score by any Windies batter for the year so far.
This is the kind of fight that I wanted to see from us from matches before. So I think this is a stepping stone, a building step for us to go forward and improve as a test playing nation. This is the performance that I think will give us the confidence and boost us in terms of that belief that we can do it against proper test playing nations. So yeah, I just want to see the guys continue in this vein and don't let us go back to those ways. Even if it's for us to lose, we have to lose in a good way, in a positive way, where we can have a lot of positives coming out of the game.
On closer analysis, the average scores of the current West Indies batters between 2024 and now is 35 to 75 runs, a poor statistic. When you contrast that against India's batters, who occupy the top 4 spots for most runs in 2025, it shows you how much work has to be done behind the scenes to elevate West Indies. Despite India's mixed results since late 2024, Shubman Gill, KL Rahul, Yashasvi Jaishwal and Ravindra Jadeja have still managed to combine for 3,045 runs with averages of 69, 53, 44 and 82 respectively.
How they played is based on conditions. You can't bat the same way on every wicket, so it's just finding out what's working on the wicket and applying it for as long as possible. I think that's something that we really have a downfall in. We know the basics, we do the basics, but we don't do them for long enough periods. And Test cricket is obviously 5 days, so you can't just do it for 1 or 2 sessions. You have to try to win more sessions than the opposition. So in doing that, you have to do the basics for a very long period.
Experience has also been identified by the Windy skipper as a key factor in performances on the big stage.
A lot of our players come into the international level, they play like 20 first-class games, 15 first-class games, while other teams, when guys come into international cricket, they have like 80 first-class games, 100 first-class games. So for us, it's always learning on the job. So if a guy can get a little longer run so that he can adjust and adapt to this level and see what it takes for him to improve and to be consistent at this level, I think that's good. And I just think that the fight that we showed in this last game will, as I said, give us that belief and that confidence to know that we have what it takes to perform at this level.
The West Indies' next Test match is in December against host New Zealand for a 2-match series.
Well, let's rally round the West Indies and hope that they bring up some better performances in this 2025 to 2027 World Test cycle. Well, that's your news and sports. More news coming your way at midday. And of course, CBC News Night, where you'll get all of your news and sports. Stick around, a lot more to talk about today. This Friday edition of Mornin Barbados, as we take you into the weekend. You heard about all of the events planned for Saturday in Regathering in Christchurch. We hope you get out to have a taste and let the children go and enjoy what are some amazing events there. But still to come here on Mornin Barbados, we have to talk about all that is happening with the Food and Rum Festival. 2 special events we'll get into and share that with you. And Nicolette is back from Marina House to talk about all of the work that they are doing there. Cassandra is here, of course. So we're going to spend some more time with her and talk about everything that is happening right here on Mornin Barbados. Don't go anywhere.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scold. A look.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're back with you on Morning Barbados, 16 minutes now after the hour of 7 o'clock. I hope you're feeling good, doing well this Friday morning. And as Shane said, we have so much still to share with you. So we're going to jump right into another conversation as we focus on International Day of the Girl Child, which took place last Saturday. Today is also International Day for the eradication of poverty, which we shared with you earlier. So we're making the link because, again, it all comes together and we're working together to make a difference in society. So Nicolette Williams, youth and adolescent specialist and psychotherapist, joins us now. She has a lot to share with us. Good morning and welcome, Nicolette.
Good morning, Cassandra. Good morning, Shane.
Great to have you with us. So let's jump right into the conversation. With all that I led in with, let's focus on gender-specific challenges faced by girls and young women in our society today.
Yes, so we've recognized that Verdun and Marina House being the residential treatment facility primarily for women, we've realized that women primarily suffer with alcoholism and a lot of other psychological issues, a lot of co-occurring disorders such as depression, anxiety, PTSD, eating disorders that would lead to them using a substance like alcohol or marijuana or any opioids. And we've realized that more women would use those because of they have so much stressors that they're experiencing on a daily basis as compared to men. Not saying that men don't experience stress, but women have more responsibilities internally and externally, as Cassandra looks at Shane, right? And we recognize that when they come into treatment, that these are the things that they're saying. They have to be the caregivers. They have to be the stay-at-home moms. They have to be the ones to do the homework. They have to be the cook. They have to be the chef. They have to be every single thing. And then that then leads to them silently using substances.
Okay, we're going to come back to that because I want to go through this list with you and then come back to some of these things that you are here speaking about.
The truth that she's sharing?
So with the Wellness Center, you're looking at helping with preventative approaches, preventative measures. What are you talking about when you're looking to prevent some of these things that are happening in terms of these substance abuse, for instance?
Well, we recognize that a lot of persons on a whole don't really just like talk therapy, right? So we use a lot of psychotherapy, a lot of psychoanalysis and trauma-informed therapy with these women and their children, if they're girls and boys. Because a lot of young people, let's start with the young people coming off of I Am a Girl Day. When I work with the young women, they're like, Nicolette, I really don't want to talk about my feelings right now. So me being a psychotherapist, using a lot of nonverbal work, I would do dance movement therapy, art therapy, play therapy, so that they can really start to open up and experiment on those feelings about their mothers using substances or even them feeling triggered to use a substance after seeing what their mothers have particularly gone through. So a lot of those techniques and interventions we use to help women and their children experience and go through and explore those emotions.
Is that something that we are doing more of in Barbados? Because it doesn't sound like a traditional type of approach.
No, it's not a traditional type of approach. It's a very non-traditional. And we have other psychotherapists, particularly that are creative art psychotherapists out there that really specialize with persons that don't really want to do talk therapy, because we have so many different neurodivergent persons in Barbados. We have so many children who are special needs. We have so many adults and elderlies who have dementia, who have substance use issues, who just really just want to express but not talk. And creative art psychotherapy is also an area that persons can come to explore those emotions.
How prevalent is substance use and abuse and addiction issues among young girls and women?
Very, very high. You don't see it. That's what I want to say. You don't see it as compared to men. Women use silently in the corner. They're very private users. Only when you see women using, you see it more on a social level than on a intentional level. That's what I want to say. So when we have women that come into our treatment facility, they're silently using, and then what is happening is that so many other root causes are occurring and coming up, like trauma, like PPD, postpartum depression, PTSD, eating disorders, as I said, and then for their children, particularly girls, self-harm.
And when you hear about the substances that they're using, what are we talking about? What are
Yes.
they getting their hands on?
Yes, so we're talking about crack cocaine, we're talking about powder cocaine, we're talking about alcohol, we're talking about opioids, fentanyl, ecstasy, Molly. We're talking about those kind of pills that they're using quietly. And then we're also talking about Panadol, we're talking about Hista, we're talking about overdose on legal substances because they want to stop the headaches, they want to stop the cramps, they want to stop so many different things. So they're overusing so that they can compensate for the pain. So then interventions and preventative measures, back to you, Shane, like pain management, we also facilitate at Marina House.
Let's talk some more about the broader impact of substance abuse, substance use by others on young girls.
So we've recognized that social media is a really big impact on young girls, particularly when it comes to self-harm, particularly when it comes to alcoholism. And I had said that last time I was here. A lot of young girls will go onto social media and see that talking about their challenges is big, which is healthy, but still unhealthy. It's like, who is your target population, right? So what we've recognized that the broader impact of telling your story, but who you're telling it to is kind of like misguided and misused. So then we pull them back and we tell them, we facilitate or teach them, who are you sharing your story with? Why not share it with someone that you can trust instead of sharing it on social media, which can cause a very negative impact.
Especially when it comes to the comment section.
Yes,
when
definitely.
they see those comments
Tear people
coming
apart.
through.
Yes.
Yeah, so it has the opposite effect or impact of what they were actually looking for.
Yes.
So my thing is now, I want to nip back just a little bit to talk about the effect of the psychotherapy methods that you're using. Are you able to measure the success that has been giving?
Yes. As we are a rehabilitation treatment facility, our relapse rate is very, very low. What I want to say is that when we use psychotherapy, a lot of women and men sometimes don't come back to treatment because they're still doing the work that we do with them on the outside. So at Verdun and Marina, we have our residential unit. They're there for 90 days. We also have our continuing care. They're there forever as long as they want outside of treatment. And then we also have our day program. So we continuously use those psychotherapeutic interventions in those 3 departments of our residential unit.
So you're celebrating 10 years. We want to see you for 10 and many more because the need is there. And we have a young population that we're still trying to assess how to best cater to them and address their concerns and their needs. So as you celebrate the decade of hope and healing, that healing part, very important. What do you want people to take away with these celebrations?
We want persons to take away that you can be the change when you just ask for help. You can be the change, you can start the healing process when you just ask for help. Because if you experience it quietly, if you experience drug addiction quietly, then there's no change that you're making. Only if you say, I need help, only if you say, hey, make a call our hotline. We are going to be there to hold your hand right through, to take you through that journey, to get you to a place of healing. We have a very experiential and experimented space that you can come to at Verdun and Marina, especially women. We know it's really hard for women to leave their children, but when you come to Marina, you don't want to leave. So you can just come and express, explore, experiment, and just emote all of your feelings that you want to a set of non-judgmental women and men staff that we have, as well as just really get back to be that child that you are, that sometimes you've neglected and left alone because you have so many roles to handle, and just really start to love yourself, and eventually your recovery will start.
Yeah, it's all about getting to a better space, and they can do that. As you really mentioned, and I remember the last time you were here, you spoke about how serene the space is, how beautiful the space is. So it helps with that, put you in that mood and that mode for, that would encourage recovery.
Yes, definitely.
And healing. And you said that this is becoming more prevalent, where young girls and women are leaning into substance abuse. Is there anything else you want us to know? Because you talked about coming. Can they just show up and say, like, I'm here, I need help? Is it, how do you deem if they need to stay?
Well, you can call our hotline at 243-0038. It's 24 hours. Once you call and you explain your story, then our clinical director or any person that is handling the hotline will take you through. Every individual story is different. So sometimes we say, come as you are, and we deal with you as you are, non-judgmental, and we work with you. There are persons that may have to get a medical report. We direct them accordingly. So every individual is different. But once you call our hotline at 243-0038, then we will take you through that journey, and we encourage you to stay. Yes, there is a program that we have, but when we work with our young girls, there is a program as well, but we always encourage you to stay and just be a part of this process.
I want 60 seconds of your time, if you don't mind, to talk about the men. Because you mentioned the
in the lead-in.
Sure.
Let me sit up.
You mentioned the women, but I find, and when I have conversations with, my peers, men tend to suffer in silence.
Yes.
So men tend to just get on with it. We don't complain. We don't, look for help. Really, we just get on with it.
Yes.
So how do you encourage men to actually say, look, I need help?
Firstly, tap into your emotions. Don't ignore it. As you said just now, Shane.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you're like, I'm good. I have to go and do something. You guys are more doers, right?
Yeah.
So once you tap into that emotion and you actually feel it, that's it right there.
That's the trigger?
That's the trigger. That's the opening valve for you to get
heal.
the help, right? For you to call your bro, call your sis, call your partner and say, I'm feeling, then can we do something about this? Once you tap into that, then you get all the help you need. And when we have men that come into treatment, we then actually start there. We start there with those emotions, and then they're like, whoa, I didn't know that I have all of this in me. And yeah, because you've ignored it, you've dismissed it, you've suppressed it. But once you tap into that emotion, that valve opens, and that's the start for your recovery.
I don't want to start this him, her thing,
That's
right?
my 60 seconds.
But Shane said, a lot of men just go along and they don't complain. And people tend to see women as just emotional creatures and that they're always complaining. But maybe we just need to get it out, and that is the thing y'all need to do more instead of that suffering in silence. But having said that, I am sure that there are many women who do go along and just suck it up and do what they have to do until one day, and this is the thing.
All comes tumbling down.
Yeah, and the thing is that perhaps we all need to incrementally work on whatever it is that we need to deal with. And then it's less of a volcanic kind of situation when we start to deal with it.
We always encourage persons, don't wait till there's crisis, right? When there is a moment that you're feeling that there's a shift or a change within you, talk to someone about it, call us up. If you realize that you're drinking every single 10 hours or every single 10 minutes you're thinking about the next marijuana joint, that's something that you need to actually say something about. Don't wait till you are crashed out. Don't wait till you have a blackout or disassociation and you call for help.
Yeah, you need to remind people how to get connected. Some person may be watching this and saying, that is me, and they want now to get that help. So just remind them how they can connect with Verdun and Marina House.
So we have our hotline at 243-0038 or www.verdunmarina.com. That's our website. But you can definitely reach us at our hotline. I'll say it one more time, 243-0038.
243-0038. Yes, get that in your psyche, get that in your mind. If you know that really and truly you're about to crash out, this is the place that you can get some help. Spaces of Hope and Healing. They're celebrating 10 years. Their service is really great, and we just really want, if you need the help, you call the hotline and they will have a person there to guide you through that process. Nicolette, it's been a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
And taking us through, focusing on the girls and also getting a little touch on the men who may need some assistance as well.
Absolutely. We could talk about so much more, but thank you for being here this morning.
Thank you so much, Cassandra and Shane.
Yes, 7:30 is our time. Food and Rum is coming up. Get ready for what will be an amazing season and two special events we want to tell you about this morning. Listen up on the other side of this break.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons, which will surprise many, is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're back with you on Morning Barbados. See, it's the off-camera conversation sometimes. If you come back and catch me in a moment, it's Shane. Just blame Shane. It's your fault.
Blame it on the Shane.
Blame it on the Shane.
That is here with you.
All right, let's get serious. Let's get serious.
Serious?
Yes.
What? Food and rum?
Ish.
What?
Ish.
Food and rum.
So I just want to say that again, this is the birthplace of rum.
Yes.
And, you know,
Many years
everything,
ago.
as we always say, in moderation. We just had a conversation that was a pretty serious conversation about. So we're just saying this is a different kind of conversation.
Moving
now.
nicely along.
Indulging in the culture, engaging. Yes, responsibly. We celebrate responsibly. So we're giving you another opportunity, though, to find out what is happening. Oystins Under the Stars is something that has caught my eyes. We have as our special guest now, Shane, go ahead and do the honors. Don Lisa Calendar.
Yeah, Don Lisa Calendar Smith. She's the event coordinator with Rum Roots.
Right? And Oystins is
Sanjeev.
Yeah, Oystins Under the Stars. Sanjeev cutting here with us. Good to have both of you. November is fast approaching. We don't want to rush through regathering, but when you have food and rum and events associated with that coming up, you can't help to want to get ready to indulge in all of the amazing treats and delights that are associated with it. So, which event is first, Rum Roots or Oystins Under the Stars?
Starting with Oystins Under the Stars.
Okay, we're starting with that. When is it?
Oystins Under the Stars is November 6th, and interestingly enough, Oystins is in Christchurch, so it's almost like an extra for Christchurch's regathering event. So
take us under the stars and tell us what patrons can expect as they experience what would be one of the first food and rum events.
Okay, so it is the first of the weekend of food and rum events, and this year we have made some changes to Oystins Under the Stars. So Oystins Under the Stars this year is actually going to be a big street party.
This sounds good already.
Yeah, it's a big street party, zones of entertainment. We are not going to be competing with the Oystins vendors this year in terms of food. You go, you patronize all of the Oystins vendors. We want to push them, have them visible in the festival this year. We can't forget the rum.
It's okay.
So you will have the rum cocktail experiences at various areas in Oystins Under the Stars. And we are wanting that all the chefs and mixologists descend on Oystins and get the opportunity to mingle with the patrons, and the girls who like this chef can take their photos with them, and the guys who like that
celebrity experience.
Mixologists can have these experiences.
And everything in moderation, and we drink responsibly.
We drink
so
responsibly.
we want to enjoy food and rum in a very responsible manner. As we're responsible Barbadians. That's what we do.
That's what we do. And we really want that this year the experience is very local. everything about food and rum this year is going to be local. So you can expect that your rum cocktails will still remain local. We are going to blend with local things.
Sounding good. Sounding really tasty.
Yeah.
Can't wait for the food.
Yeah.
And a little bit of rum.
Some rum.
I mean, we cook with it. We make amazing cocktails with it, and it is a conversation
And
piece.
we make black cake with
Black
it.
cake and Christmas just around the corner.
And Christmas is
too.
just around the corner.
You know, but it's a whole conversation because if you're a connoisseur, then you get to find out about the legs on the rum, the cask, and how long. There's stories behind.
We make tinctures. It has its medicinal benefits.
Yes.
We make tinctures with it. Rum is important.
It's a part of who we are. Now, Don Lisa, you are responsible for the rum route.
Right. Did you see my face the whole time? Wow. We're responsible because we're going to provide transportation for you. So rum route is essentially
rum route.
Rum, right. We got rum the route, right?
I love that.
So, and there are 2 routes this year. That's what's new. I have to be. We are very responsible. We drive you. We make sure you get there safely. So this year rum route is 2 routes. It's a south route, which is a nighttime route, which is the traditional route, and then we have the north route, which we're introducing on the Saturday. So you get 2 chances to rum the route, slightly different experiences. So rum route is literally, as you said, Cassandra, is about learning the history of rum. So it's in 3 categories. So you learn to mix rum, you learn the history of rum, and you learn all about the tasting and the flavor of rum, how to drink rum. But in between there, please visit some parlors of rum. We call those taverns, or in Bajan parlance, rum shop. Right, so we go hit some rum shops where when you take part in rum route at the rum shops, you get to experience. So if you have been following me on Facebook, I ask everybody for the past 2 weeks, what do you drink with your rum, right? Because each year we try to introduce new mixes. So you get 1 free drink at each rum shop. So you can get like rum and ginger beer. My husband, who used to be brand manager for Guinness years ago, told me in St. John, the men used to do condensed milk and white rum. So that is a big hit on the route. That's a big hit on the route. And we also do rum and ginger beer. Right? Okay. So this year...
Nobody does coconut water?
Yeah, they do coconut water, but that's basic.
That's normal.
That's normal. So this year we're doing rum and Sprite. Rum and fruity. I got that one. So we can mix rum and fruity. So that's in nighttime.
Which fruity?
Red fruity.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
I know nobody raspy banana and thing would be kind of a little odd, but not hating on anybody. And then the daytime route is the Saturday. That's a new route we've introduced. You go to Rise and Rum in the morning.
Yes.
And then you will rise from the rum and join us
the route.
Join the route at 2 o'clock. This is from Spikestown, and we're going north. We're gonna, and this is a little bit different. This is an old-time Bajan excursion. If you know about rum route, we've got folk characters for the bus, so we're gonna be singing and going up the road with the picnic baskets. And we're going to be exploring the northern distilleries, of course, checking out the rum shops and food, and then we're finishing with a little picnic, because it's the old-time Bajan excursion up by the Animal Flora Cave.
Wow!
Right. So
and that's the space.
And that's space. The thing about the rum route is that we want you to introduce you to the history and culture of rum. We are the home of rum.
We are the home of rum.
But it's very important also to involve the whole community in rum.
Indeed.
Rum shop culture is a life in Barbados. It's a story, and of course you're going to get little bites of food along the way, a little soup.
I'm happy to hear that, because you need the foundation.
Yeah, no, we stuff
for the root.
We stuff you with pastries even before you left. Even before you leave, you get a pack of pastries. Suck it up and go.
Yeah, but you see, the good thing about this is we have a driver.
Yeah, you have a driver.
So we're good. We're good to go. But it's a learning experience as well.
Yes.
It's a learning
It's an
experience.
educational experience.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
So it's not just about drinking, because, I laugh and we joke, but if you know my other life in history, rum is very much a part of our culture. The story of rum started as Kill Devil. If I told you in Bridgetown, I can take you right there by Roebuck Street.
But that corner, that junction.
By the junction, but the hot dog woman stand up and say,
This is where it
started. We're in the Cathedral of Rum. And so understanding how important rum is to our culture. And I think that's one of the big things about food and rum this year, is really focusing on rum. We take, I just came out of Virgin Gorda the other day, and I keep seeing all these big Mount Gay signs and the Mount Gay, and I laugh. They love our rum. And I think it's important, and that's one of the parts of food and rum this year, is really celebrating the roots of our culture through our food and our rum.
And it's encouraging people from other parts of the world to come to see where rum all began, you know, because they want to learn about the history of rum. Rum may be their favorite beverage of choice, and they have found that we, here in Barbados, are the origin of rum. So it really encourages a whole other dynamic.
And one of the things that we're going to play with this year on the rum route is, you know, people don't understand, you know, the connoisseurs of wine don't understand that rum is connoisseur very much.
That's why
the same way.
there are people who are connoisseurs of rum.
So that's one of the things we're going to play with on the South Route, to show you how that kind of plays, because we don't understand it. We just drink rum. But rum to the rest of the world is such and there are different levels of rum.
There's so many different types.
And Barbados rum is molasses rum. You know, that's also a story that you learn on the route. You know, our rum is very different from everybody else's because ours is molasses rum. So all that, and we get to experiment with that through our food, through our music, through our culture. And rum route will be fun. Yeah, it's got some people on the buses. Got to tell them, bring in the buses now. It's time to go home. And so we encourage you. Food and Rum is about Barbadiana this year.
So how many buses we talking on this route? Because I want you to paint a picture for. I mean, I already have a picture in my mind, but how many buses? How do people get to be a part of the rum route?
Of course, you've got to go onto our site to purchase your tickets. You go to Ticket Links and you get your tickets for all the different events. Well, I have to tell you, Rum Route is one of those limited edition events, which means we only got limited tickets. So if you don't buy them, I can't help you. And that's why this year we introduced the Southern Route, because many Northern Route sold. We introduced the Southern Route.
The Northern
Route, because the Southern Route goes quickly. Because we could only, and it's truthfully because the distilleries that we visit could only manage a certain amount for each experience. So if you're not in the given 200, I love you, but you can't be on the route.
Don't call Dawn
I'm
Lisa begging.
I'm gonna turn into the other Dawn Lisa now that you've known for years on TV and say, order now, go get your tickets. If you do not get your tickets, there's no help for you. So you have to go to Ticket Links and make sure you get your tickets. And I don't have to tell you, all the other things sell out really, really fast. You got lots of fabulous free events, but you know Food and Rum sells out quickly. So
that's on November 7th, right? And it leaves
7th and 8th.
7th and 8th.
7th and 8th. And it's leaving the Pelican
Village? So 7 o'clock on the 6 o'clock on the 7th, we leave Pelican Village and Pelican Island, and we run the route in that on the south. And then on the Saturday at 2 p.m., we go Spikestown and we run the route on the north.
Better have pudding and sauce on those stops.
Yeah, we got some pudding and sauce. We got a little pickle somewhere in there.
Fine things.
Things.
The 6 Under the Stars, well, the admission is free. You know, you gotta pay for the food, but the food is great.
Yes, the food is great. It's your Friday night experience on Thursday night at Oystins.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you said it's like a block party?
You would call it a block party.
Okay,
Cassandra.
sorry.
I said street party.
So I'm picturing the street blocked off now.
Yes, you can picture that.
Oh, nice.
You can picture that with entertainment zone, 4 different entertainment zones on the street.
I love that.
Well, in the space, let's say. Yeah. And different. So each zone we want to focus on a different genre, so that people, those who like the oldies, can dance. So they're done by Lexi's and
So something up there for you too, Shane.
Yeah.
I can find
The oldies,
music I like.
you will find
you can find music you like.
Yes,
Dawn Lisa
will find hers,
thing.
and
she put on her dancing shoes again.
She will be with Shane by Lexi's.
I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't say
It's
that.
just wondering.
That's good preparation for the Rum Route.
And we really want that people can. We're gonna set up the a photo op space that people can come and take their
Sounds
photos.
like a great line.
And
Either way.
yes, the idea
creating
is that's
memories
a nice
too.
line. We are gonna have the rum. There's selected bars that you will go to that you will get your rum cocktails, your rum on the street. Yeah.
Sounds beautiful.
I can't wait. I can't wait. November.
November
It
6th.
sounds like it will be a November to remember.
It will be a November to remember.
For
Great
sure.
start to the season.
So as we gather in Christchurch, you know, for the rest of this month, prepare yourself because
You'll be preparing yourself for the
Oystins. We're going to still start.
Yes.
Oystins with the Food and Rum Festival with a night under the stars, and then we're going to join.
And the next day, Dawn Lisa will bring you through on a bus.
Next 2 days, Dawn Lisa can rum the route.
Rum the road. I love it.
Down the road and then up
6
the road.
p.m. to 11 p.m.
Yeah, and then 2 p.m. to 6.
To 6 on the Saturday.
On the Saturday. And don't forget, in there is still Rising Rum.
Yeah.
You've got the Chef Classic. So
the community
cook-off.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many
and maybe though the community cook-off is neither Don Lisa's or mine, I would like to remind people, if you think you can cook, if you think you are the hottest thing in your village,
and it isn't the rum telling me I'm a big cooker,
then please enter our community cook-off because we really, that's our event
I
this
got
year
big
we
joke.
want.
You D2 is here talking about that the cook-off. I'm talking about how good he can't be in because he's a part of the
right.
He can be a royal taster.
But thank goodness. Thank goodness.
He can't cook?
Hello. Somebody show me. I got to call D2. Somebody show me something this market. I tell you.
It cannot be as bad as Pearson's split peas and rice that just turn out the bowl like that. White, green peas. The peas don't even look cooked.
Well, this is an opportunity to learn.
Because once you enter your dish has been chosen as one that
they look good at
want
all.
in competition.
So we looking
You
forward
will get
for it.
mentorship.
So this is not Barbara. This is worst cook.
No,
this is community
real.
cook-off, the best of the best.
The best of the community.
I just want to say at this point that I did place second in a national culinary competition with my blackberry stew.
Oh,
man.
Is this
my
a competition
blackberry
at the
stew.
level that will disqualify you because you're now a
I'm
professional?
not going to enter. I think I am. I'm not going to enter. I'll leave that for
I will stick to professional tasting. I'm good.
All right. So listen, under the stars, we go to Oystins on the 6th. We're going to Oystins on the 6th.
Yes.
Under the stars.
Under the stars.
As we kick off the Food
Street
and Rum
party.
Festival. Yes.
Street party.
7.
And then the 7th, we rumming the route. We
Yeah.
rumming the route.
2 routes.
Look at all of the events there. Listen, this is shaping up to be an amazing Food and Rum Festival yet again. We can't wait.
Look at our jam down there on.
Liquid Gold.
You see the Saturday, November 8th.
The
You see
morning.
that?
You can get up for that.
And then Sunday, November 9th. You see?
Yeah.
We're doing
You
the
can start
combo.
You're doing both? Y'all have the combo
Shane
tickets?
is taking me
I have
to
no choice
both.
now. Yeah,
Shane
I have
is
no
taking you
choice
to
now.
both?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a good time for the Food and Rum Festival.
Yes.
I
Yes, we
can't
will.
wait. I mean, the food is always amazing, and the rum is the rum.
The rum is the rum.
So yes,
I
thank
feel like
you,
dancing.
both of you, for coming and
It was
sharing.
Thank you so much for having us.
It has been a pleasure. Thank you again for putting us together, Don Lisa.
Look at this. Magical.
You know how it goes. Different times, we're working together in different ways, but
magic.
Yeah.
We keep creating the magic here on Morning Barbados. 7:48 is our time. We're going to share some moments here with you on Morning Barbados. Cassandra and I, we're going to talk a bit about the reunion.
Yes.
The reunion. Everything going to end this morning.
You having a
down.
little, okay, it's all right.
The answer.
We'll do some warm-up exercises during the break.
The answer, good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. She will be getting your news ready for later in the day. But yeah, we're going to share some moments, more moments, great moments here with you on Morning Barbados.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons which will surprise many is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well,
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
7:51 your time, 9 more minutes to spend with you. And we're going to just chat with you and let you know what has been happening in our space and really with us. We've been remembering actually the entire week one of our fallen stalwarts, a man who really helped us to hone our craft as presenters as well, Doug Hoyt, the late Doug Hoyt now. May he rest in peace. And of course our condolences, we continue to send them to his family, friends and fans, because I know many of you will miss him from the screen. He was so entertaining. He was one of your co-hosts as well, Cassandra?
Definitely. Doug was one of the gentlemen I had the pleasure of working with, and not putting it like how you put it not so long
That's
ago.
not what I said?
No.
I didn't say that.
He's like another man you were with, like
another man you were
so
with.
this is the real story now. And Doug was also the gentleman who brought us together as co-hosts, because after he took up the position of general manager here at the CBC, we tried a number of co-hosts, and ultimately...
So you tried a number of other men?
Shane.
Hosting the show with
Behave
you.
yourself.
Hosting the show with you.
So we tried a number of other co-hosts, and then this formula was the final formula that really, really worked. And we then had the pleasure of working together for a good number of years up until 2021. December 2021 would have been our last show together before today.
Right.
But Doug also was one of the people that inspired me, my interest in broadcasting. So when I was little, it would have been Dr. Allison Leacock, Dr. Sharon Marshall, she is Dr. Marshall now, and Doug Hoyt.
Yeah.
So, and further back, Milton Gibbs would have been one of the anchors I also enjoyed watching. But Doug was always so charismatic. So seeing him and then having the opportunity to work with him was really, really
Seeing it
special.
in action and then behind the scenes.
Yes.
Look at you here.
Yeah. But working with Doug, I felt like he always had my back. So, obviously we all have strengths and we all have things that, we kind of, all right, we got to try a little harder with.
Yeah.
But Doug was one of those all-rounder people. He knew about every single thing. So any conversation I'd start, he would be right there to follow, and vice versa. I tried to do the same. Yes, and I have tremendous respect for him. We had conversations. We've had great conversation on a Mornin Barbados set, whether they're here. We've had cook-offs in this space. We shared a lot of jokes. He played pranks on me, and I think that was a thing Doug did throughout his years in broadcasting. He loved a good prank, he loved a good joke, a good laugh. And when we had that, that was always good. There were some moments too, we had our little battles, but we always worked it out. And I always felt like, he had my back.
But that's a part of life, You'll have those battles. But as you said, and it reminds me somewhat of myself, I like to joke around with you.
Yes.
I like to tease you.
I like to joke around with you too.
I like to do pranks and stuff like that, and he was really, when I watch him, and I'm like, he is so good, and he's very, very fluent, very, very fluent.
And he knew how to pivot, there's no situation that would have thrown Doug off.
Yeah.
You understand? And for me, and that's always one of the things that I would note, you watch different people and you take different things. His recovery from anything, any situation was like, it was just smooth, impeccable. But he was just so full of charisma. And I think that's one of the things I love. Like, you would be out with Doug and he would be making somebody laugh. Like, Doug is one of those people, like, you would say Doug could sell ice to the Eskimos. Like,
Indeed.
he was just something else. We've done island drives together, you know, and just stopping by people's houses because we saw pawpaw trees that were laden and looked like they needed a little relief.
Little help.
And when the folks would come out, I'm thinking of a particular day we did an island drive. At that time, Pasadena Trotman, who was a part of our presentation department, was still with us. And we went on a little drive around the island, and we were in St. John, and we saw this pawpaw tree, and we just went and knocked on the paling.
So basically, y'all used to drive about the country raiding people trees?
No, we would ask, and when they come out and see us, they were like, "Oh, come!" It
Like a Robin Hood.
It was no, we didn't. It wasn't like that. But we had some wonderful times. I also had the pleasure of being invited to his home, and that's why I had to at least acknowledge and extend sympathy and strength and love to his widow, Wendy, and to his son, Zachary. He invited me into his home. We've shared a meal, you know, and had some really good conversations. And I can't talk about Doug and not talk about Jack Deere as well.
Of course.
They were also quite close, and you know, hearing the news was tough, and I know that Jack has reached out to his family, and you know, we tried to stay in touch as much as possible even after not working together.
Yeah.
But we have had some really good times, and I did tell him, but I thank him for his charisma, his big energy that he shared with us all at different times here at the CBC. And whether I was in here on set or watching as I was growing up and falling in love with a career path, I am grateful for his influence and inspiration.
You see, that's so interesting. Your career path is so different from mine. I had no interest in the media.
It was always there for me.
I just fell into it. And then I fell into love with it.
Yeah.
You know, but of course, seeing Doug and seeing how he was able to present not only the news, because that was my first love, and then Mornin Barbados came as another side of my professional development. I could always look to him and see this as a person who would really help me to guide my trajectory, to guide my trajectory and understand how to be who I am today. So a big thank you to Doug. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources. He'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray Microbiome Probiotics and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV 8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
98.1 The One. Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Yep, it has been great spending, and I'm relaxed now, sitting back these 2 weeks with you for me. One day that she could afford me.
Good morning.
She had to indulge me.
It really was a pleasure, Shane.
Definitely, definitely.
Shane,
we should do
you
it more
learned to
often.
cook yet, though?
Why?
I just saying that. The other thing I would add is that
Why?
Doug was an amazing cook.
Yeah?
Even though
But
my lamb stew beat his drunken beans.
Okay, but I'll tell you this, and something that I've probably learned a bit later in life. I understand now that men are actually better cooks than women.
Oh dear, I don't know if we can do such a broad, sweeping statement.
That when a man can
if
cook.
he can cook, I would concur. It's pretty good.
Yeah. But
It's pretty good. Doug was good.
Doug was indeed good at many things, and especially
Yeah.
here on Mornin Barbados, and we are happy to follow in his footsteps.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to spend this time this morning with
I'm
you.
happy to
You
spend
never
it
know
with
what
you
may happen
too.
in the future.
Wait.
You know,
I didn't know this plan.
I know. She has to go to BLMP and I have to go to QEH. But yes, it's been great spending the time with you, great reminiscing, and of course sharing these amazing conversations.
Yeah.
Pearson should be back on Monday, and we will see you
Get
when we
out
see
of
you.
vacation mode, Pearson.
Yeah, Cassandra, you look
It's
great.
time to get back to work. Thank you guys. Thank you, Roosevelt.
Good always hearing
Roosevelt Bacco Corbin, the full name right there. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We'll certainly try. I can't help but tell you, Roosevelt, make sure you tune in on Tuesday evenings. You should be tuned in all day, but during the news, the last 5 minutes, we're going to tell you what's happening through Energy Talks at Light and Power.
And when else? On Wednesday.
Wednesdays, you do your other thing.
Yeah. Water
Shane,
Authority.
go ahead.
Of course, Barbados
Shane,
Water Authority and Water Wednesdays.
we actually have to do a collaboration.
Yes, we do. It will happen.
To talk about how the Light and Power and the Water Authority coordinate. We have to work on that coordination.
We coordinate, all right. We coordinate, all right. Thanks for bringing back my power back on Sunday. Y'all do some efficient
I
work
just
to make
want
things
to
happen.
remind people that anytime that happens, it is absolutely for your safety and the safety of our crew.
Thank
Yeah?
you very much, Cassandra. Thank you very
We
much.
can't maintain without it being off.
You can't because,
Yeah.
you know, this is how that happens.
Yeah. They want us to hug.
Can't really hug up.
Jesus.
Let me love
Oh
up.
my God. Okay, so you can't go too far. All right, good. That's
you smell good, though.
Thanks. I showered too. All right, bye.